Late? Late? Okay. I'm not neurotic late, though. Come on, guys, I'm not that bad. Okay, so I started the show 6 minutes late. What do you want from me? The world is not perfect. Deleted is not perfect. I am talking about my screen name in the third person. This is not good. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American, and YouTube Ronin. And I'd like to welcome you to tonight's episode of The Other Side of Midnight. I'd like to say hello to everyone currently joining us on Twitter and other platforms. Hit the like, share out the stream, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. All right, joining us in the live chat. Left Chick Productions. FKHC 2005, sometimes known as Tim. Quapla to our resident Klingon, Mark Mounikoff. Emoji Queen, Lady Mist. Friend of the channel, the viewer, Drew. Joe's Atmosphere rocketing in. Yes, late. I know. My latest channel member, Space Fraggle. We want a shrubbery. Something that looks nice. The knights who say need demand a sacrifice. Luckily, I have 3. Faithful Blue Wrench channel member. Watch out for her second channel, Fluff Chick Productions. It's Connie Cleary.
Hello.
The tired midnight blogger himself, our resident squirrel. Curtis Selby.
Squirrel.
Help, help, I'm being repressed. Come see the violence inherent in the system.
And the reason why I know you're all really watching. The woman who will very shortly be karate chopping me out of existence.
Hiya!
I guess it's just always going to be violence you associate with me. That's just
yes. It's me. I will be moidalized very, very shortly. I have brought you all together here tonight because one of you is a murderer. Now, okay.
Oh, we're playing Clue. Okay.
No, it was.
Don't tease me. I'll do that one night. It was a violent squirrel.
The squirrel was
It's a loaded nut.
Squirrel was a danger to national security.
Yes, it was a Russian asset.
A raccoon too. Had to go.
Yeah.
And pair of beavers.
Oh, really?
No, not the beavers.
You know something Arturo told me earlier today was that he saw something that the guy had said, and the guy, I know it's been reported that the squirrel has been put down, but the owner, the guy that they, went and attacked his home and took the animals, has said he doesn't know. He doesn't know for sure because he doesn't know anything. So I don't know. I mean, it would be absolutely wonderful if nothing's happened, but apparently he said the facility wasn't saying, which means they probably did, but
yeah,
Glory to Peanut and his house.
That was just terrible. Just
Yeah.
I agree.
absolutely awful.
I did a big old stream about it because I'm a big jerk.
Well, it's just it's. I had people complaining that. I mean, I've saw people complaining on Twitter that, oh my gosh, people are so up in arms about what happened to a squirrel, but y'all didn't care about George Floyd. Well, number one, the squirrel wasn't a felon.
Right.
He hadn't convicted any major crimes. He wasn't a drug addict. So they're not even
Didn't try to
comparable.
shoot a pregnant woman.
Right. And then someone someone was on Twitter saying something like, I hope you know that squirrel was illegally in the house or something stupid like that. And someone said, I hope you know there are 3 million illegal people in this state. It's just like the weird like trains of thought some of these people go to justify what happened. I can't.
Well, you're
Yeah.
upset about it, so we're going to be against it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Hey,
You
Joe.
know,
Doing
Hey,
good.
Joe.
I'm preparing for a tumultuous week and a trip out of state at the end of the week. So I hope things are okay when I travel.
Howdy,
welcome
Joe.
to Joe Coppola. I'm a name I'm seeing for the first time. Hope you enjoyed the show. Real Wade Nation Clips has also joined us. Space Trigo says, I'm getting some lag. It's on my end, though. Just go ahead and refresh. We'll still be here. Wait, when he refreshes, let's go. Let's just leave.
Yes.
And you won't know what happened.
I'll just
Together.
leave the studio.
Let's go. Well, we're checking in a bit. Doing homework for Military Monday? Yes.
Ooh.
Spectral is going to be the movie that they're going to be discussing tomorrow. So
Is that the movie that was on Netflix?
Netflix, yeah.
Okay. With the brothers, the two brothers in it? Arnell? Is that the one?
I thought Code 8 was the one they were in. Were they in Spectral as well? I didn't see it. So
Oh, I thought it would. No, you're right. You're right. It might be Code 8. I never saw Spectral completely.
no, I haven't either. So, but if it's at least good enough for the Pop Culture Minefield bunch to talk about it and or riff it, then I think it's probably worth a look. Okay, and I sorry, the chat jumped on me. But great tonight. Why? Thank you. My avatar says, "Oh wait, you're talking about sin." Okay.
Your avatar does look great. I like that avatar.
Yeah, that was it's another Fletcher special there.
Oh, really? He did that?
The midnight special.
He did that as well. Yeah.
Wow. He's very artistic.
He is. Well, I mean, it is. I mean that is based on a picture of me. He just put like this anime character over it, and he did a few of them, and that's just the one I like the most. So that's the one I went with. Wade, Sin, have you seen Whitebird yet? Yeah, that was. Yeah, that's the one I wound up having to do.
I know. I listened
solo.
to your.
Yeah, because,
I listened to your thing. I don't have plans to watch it. So, but I didn't have plans to see the best Christmas pageant ever, and I saw it last night, and it was fantastic. Loved it.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah,
so good,
I'm really
you guys.
looking
Go
forward to
see
that.
that movie. It's so heartwarming. It's cute. It's funny. It's touching. I cried. I laughed. I was impressed. I just completely. I loved it so much.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I read the book. I might still have it around here somewhere.
I think I might.
And of course, there's the TV version they did in the 80s with Loretta Swit, which you can find on YouTube for free. You can find it; it's out there.
Never saw that one.
It's pretty faithful.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see.
Howdy,
Joe Copos is
John.
going to vote
Go.
this week. Yeah, I did that. I did that last Monday. I did the whole
Yeah.
early voter thing. So
I did it 2 weeks ago today because
Well done.
I figured this upcoming week was going to be just chaotic with not just the election, not counting that, but having to prepare to go out of town and feeling like work was going to be a little bit busy, and plus Arturo and Javier, they both going to be working, so it'd be difficult for them to vote on election day. So we went on a day we were all off.
I'm
John
doing
Doe
it Tuesday.
Juggalo has joined us, who is going to be the guest on Thursday things over on
Oh.
Editors Network this week.
Cool.
Woo woo.
Mhm.
Wade, this is a White Bird is a 10 out of 10 from him.
Wow.
Okay, well, you definitely liked it better than I did. It's not a bad movie. It's very well made. It's well done. It's okay. It is essentially a spin-off sequel to
It's
a
like in the
movie
Wonder
from a few years ago
universe.
called Wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the story is basically the kid who is the bully in that film. And this is kind of his spin-off story. And then his grandmother, who's played by Helen Mirren, trying to teach him not to be a jerk by basically telling him her YA Anne Frank story.
Mm.
That's kind of the best way I could put it.
And yeah, Space
Yeah, it is a
Travel.
Conan. Yeah.
I only give a movie a 10 if that makes me cry. So sorry.
I'm just at a point to where it's like I'm not sure who the movie was for. Because number one, you feel like you're jumping into the story halfway.
Mm.
And then the main body of the film could just be its own movie. You cut out all of this Wonder stuff. You don't need it. So I'm not hating on it. I mean, like I said, it's very well made. Got, like I said, Helen Mirren is in it. Gillian Anderson's in it. The kids are really good. There's some dodgy CGI, but I'll allow it. It could have been worse. Because there's one scene where I'm like, I'm not buying that. You know.
Isn't there another Wonder Universe spin-off film or something coming out with Zachary Levi as a father of an autistic kid? I thought, or maybe it's just associated with the people that made Wonder. Saw a trailer for that before the Christmas pageant movie.
Oh, I'm not familiar with it. So
Yeah.
if there is, I haven't seen the
I
trailer.
can't
yet.
even remember what it's called now.
There was a question for you in the chat, Sin. Have you seen
I saw
any
a couple.
Walker Stranger episodes?
I have not. If you're talking about the remake one with Jared Padalecki, I have not. I did a reaction to the trailer for it, I think, but I haven't seen any of the episodes.
All right. So, all right, we just had Halloween. It was unfortunately a rather quiet evening for me. No trick or treaters. So yeah. So how did it go for the rest of you?
I had well over 100 kids coming by.
Wow.
Nice.
2 hours.
Did you
I
have
give
enough
out the big bars
supply?
too. The big bars.
Oof.
Did you throw pumpkins at them?
No.
Darn.
Now, all the kids that came by, even some adults, the way I decorated up my front yard, I had help. They always liked it,
Cool.
enjoyed it. Every year I've been doing it for the last 7 years since I've been here.
I didn't have a single kid come over, but then I was streaming and had determined I was going to ignore the doorbell. So I become cranky in my old age.
My mom is always like, "Don't turn the porch light on. We don't want any trick-or-treaters." And I was like, "Mom, we haven't had trick-or-treaters here in decades. I mean, our neighborhood just doesn't have very young kids in it, and also our houses are spread apart, so it's not easy to trick-or-treat in our neighborhood."
I had
Yeah.
4 or 5 last year, and this year I was like, I'm not going to bother to buy candy for
Yeah.
just
Well,
a few.
for me, up the street, I have a high school and an elementary. And they're both in walking distance of where I'm at.
Mm.
Right on.
So a city full of kids in my neck of the woods.
I sure saw a lot of Halloween movies on various people's streams. Connie had all kinds of stuff going on last month.
Yeah, I like October. October, like, I watch horror movies all year long, but October really puts me in the mood.
Yeah.
Like really in the mood. And so I did my ritual on Halloween. I watched Halloween 1978 followed by Halloween 2018. I think next year I'm going to change it up and watch Halloween followed by H2O instead of
Oh.
2018. Yeah, cuz I like H2O.
I did that the Halloween 4, the Return of
Huh?
Michael Myers.
Yeah.
That was good. That was better than I thought it would be.
Yeah,
Man, just saying.
that was the movie that prompted me to teach myself how to play the Halloween theme. So I laboriously toiled over listening to that theme over and over and over and over and over again, and finally got it. Got it down.
Hello to Chris C, the slasher dude. Evening,
Hey,
everyone.
Chris C.
Just drop by to say hi. Slash that like. Have a good evening, all.
Yeah, both on Wednesday nights I did both of Elvira's movies.
Oh, Elvira's movies.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
on both on the Wednesday night comedy night. So
Yeah, then he did that weird fan film that I am still trying to figure out.
For a fan film though, that was fairly good. I mean,
It was ambitious. I'll give it that.
Yeah, it was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Halloween fan film, so give it a shot. See how it goes. Something completely different.
Well, if it weren't for the sound quality, I would have said it was a fairly good movie, and it was definitely worth watching. I was entertained. So
yeah, entertaining is definitely yeah.
That's really all I ask anymore. Is just you don't have to be profound. You don't have to move me or make me a better person. Just freaking be entertaining and not insulting, and I'll be okay.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm fine with, like, Sisu or the Beekeeper and stuff like that, because this is, and I know Sin's not a fan of the Beekeeper, but
I liked Sisu up until it turned to John Wick at the very end, and then it's like, oh, why did you go there?
Well,
it was entertaining up to that point. Then I was just like, oh.
The way I take Sisu is I look at the lead character as he is the physical embodiment of the country's not going to quit. He's that physical embodiment of that. So I kind of looked at him in the end as, okay, he's a supernatural character.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way I looked at it in the end.
Yeah, I couldn't go with that. unless I go into a film and it's very blatantly supernatural, I expect that the humans behave like humans and not do so. This is why I don't like supernatural Michael Myers. This is why I don't like Freddy. Not Freddy, I'm sorry, Jason. Freddy's okay because he's something in your nightmares.
Right.
But I'm not, which is can be terrifying in itself because everybody needs to sleep.
Yeah.
So but even that's not my favorite. I like horror that involves a human element because to me that's the most petrifying because it's something that could be real. But yeah, Sisu was it had some very cringe moments showing physical injury. Oh,
Yeah, because
the
there
part
were
with
there
his
were a
knee.
couple. Because to me, the hint that he's possibly supernatural is he does survive a couple of things pretty early on. That okay, the movie should be over.
I could give it
The
some
land,
leeway.
he should never have made it out of the minefield, honestly.
Oh, well, I could give that some leeway.
Hmm.
When he did the thing with the plane, when the whole plane thing happened, that was where I was just like,
That's where it starts to go into
yes.
you're in a comic book now.
Yes, exactly.
And hello to a new face for my channel, Lizzie Armstrong.
Yeah. Lizzie's from Dino's channel.
Oh,
Lizzie.
She's on my.
right on. Hello.
She's good people.
Right on. John Doe says, I like horror that could actually happen.
Yep.
That's the scariest dish. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm someone who's very notorious for not being scared during horror movies. But it is possible, and they tend to be the movies that tend to go into the realm of something that could happen. And I keep bringing this movie up because it's the last one that really got under my skin was the Poughkeepsie tapes.
Oh, I haven't seen that one because that's one of those found footage, right?
It's found footage-ish.
Okay.
Because it's done to look like a documentary, like a forensic files or something like that. Just a particularly gruesome version of it. And they have that line that they throw in towards the end of, and he could be sitting next to you in the theater right now. Oh, thank you. I do not want this motherfucker near me. Because I'm starting to get a little too creeped out. That one, there was just a sense of dread over that whole movie from start to finish, and it does not let you go. That was one that got me. The original My Bloody Valentine from '81, that got me. There have been a couple of other ones through the
Black
years.
Christmas was pretty good. You know one that really creeped me out. It was the Mike Flanagan movie Hush. And
yeah, Hush is a good one. Yeah.
The part that really got to me was when she's working on her computer or something and he's right there behind her and she can't hear him. Because she's deaf. That was just terrible. It was like, oh my gosh, he's right there. Yeah, that was really scary.
I don't remember if it was you who told me that the Easter egg inside that movie is that the book she's writing is Midnight Mass.
Midnight Mass, yes, that was probably me because I found that out and I thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah. All right.
So I really like a lot of his stuff. So I'm looking forward to watching things of his that I have not seen yet.
I'm curious to see what he does with the Dark Tower.
Yeah, well, I feel like if it's in his hands, it's probably going to be decent. I wish they had given him Salem's Lot.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know the fantastic work he could have done with that.
Yeah, it should have been like a 6-episode series.
Yes, it should have been.
Mhm.
I'm still a little annoyed that it was just not.
I've only seen the first 20 minutes.
Of the
But
HBO one, the most recent one.
yeah. And I can tell just from that first 20 minutes that you are breezing through this too fast.
Yep, and they changed characters, some of
Yeah.
them significantly. And the character of Mark, and one of the characters they changed, they made him like a Mary Sue. It was ridiculous.
Oh no.
He
Yeah.
was just like, he could do no wrong. He was the smartest kid ever. He was the one taking the initiative to go and kill the vampire. You know, just like, oh my gosh. So the
Yeah.
main character played by Pullman.
Lewis Pullman. Yeah.
Lewis Pullman. He by the time it was over, he felt more like a sidekick to the kid.
That's not
Yeah.
cool.
I remember Jeremy John's review of it. He didn't like it either. And
I haven't seen his review. What did he say?
He was like, wow, this kid has quite a body count. Not just vampires, human beings. What
Oh
this
my
kid?
gosh.
Yeah, he was yeah.
It
was annoying.
The kid's a bit of a psycho, to be honest. Based on what I've seen of it. There's a question in here about the nun. Yeah. I remember that. I get that why there are people who don't like it. I saw it in a theater full of people. Probably one of the biggest crowds I've ever been in a movie theater with.
Oh, wow.
And we had a blast. That was a fun set. And that ending got me when you realized who the Frenchman is and how he figures into the whole Conjuring plotline. I went, oh, he's that guy? Oh, no.
Okay, so I haven't
he didn't deserve that, man.
I saw the first one, but it was one of those things that I had just had it playing while I was working, so I don't remember a lot of detail about it. And I never saw the second one.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean,
I didn't hate what I saw. I just don't remember a ton about it.
Yeah. It's jump scare central. Don't get me wrong, but it was fun though. you know. And again, like Curtis said, hey, if it entertains you, I was entertained.
Exactly.
I was, I thought it was like a solid matinee. Yeah. Got in from whippersniping in the hot forest with scary spiders. They have a spiders on a plane movie.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
You can find it. You can find it on YouTube. Yeah. It's a new this year movie. I might watch it for the hell of it and review it. I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
Did you stumble on that one?
I just kind of stumbled on it. Yeah.
I'll pass. I'll pass on that one. I have too many things I have to watch, y'all.
Well, you and me both.
Yeah, I have to put it in my diary not my diary, my calendar to remind myself I got these screeners I need to try to. Yeah.
I think that's why I don't do movie reviews. But
yeah, you get screeners, so I don't get screeners. Yeah, I
Yeah,
am not deemed screener worthy just yet. Justice for Peanut, yeah. Mara Kitty. Meow, good to see you.
Hey, Moira.
Joe says, the second nun, I heard there are a lot more jump scares. Yeah, I didn't see the second one either, so.
Yeah, I definitely need to see that one. I couldn't see it at the time because everything was discombobulated at that time.
You've heard they're making another Conjuring.
Yeah.
A reboot or a sequel?
It's a sequel.
Okay.
Fourth one in the
Gotcha. I can't keep track of all of it.
I gotta think they're going to get to Amityville eventually, and of course that movie is going to be completely full of crap because they really didn't have anything to do with Amity. They kind of pumped up what the
Yeah, I
Warren
know.
had to do with Amityville
Yeah,
in real life.
that's true. Yeah.
In reality, they had jack squat to do with it, but
Right.
they keep they keep circling around Amityville in those films, and I mean part two was the Enfield haunting, and
Yes.
I honestly don't know if they had anything to do with that in real life. Probably not, because that turned out to be a hoax in actual life, which is what makes Ghost Watch work so well, because it kind of plays like it's going to be an Enfield haunting hoax kind of situation, and then the fit hits the shan in that last 15 minutes. And
Ghost Watch is a movie?
Ghost Watch, yeah, this was an infamous BBC film
Oh,
where they actually got
I heard about
real
that.
life British television presenters to basically play themselves doing this kind of Halloween, going to this house that's supposed to be haunted, and yeah,
Add it to my watch
kind of.
list.
It's an interesting one. Again, to me, not really scary because I kind of had an idea of where it was going. But it was a very infamous movie in England at the time because it got banned
Yeah. Yeah.
afterward
Oh.
because
I have heard about it.
yeah, because a fellow who watched it thought it was real and unfortunately
World of
self-deleted
Worlds.
himself. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna add it to my list.
Well, let me put it this way. Late Night with the Devil?
Yep.
Same thing,
Okay.
basically.
I do like Late Night with the Devil.
I love that movie.
I have
It is
rewatched that.
great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the more I see it, the more I really appreciate it.
I really do. Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm super bummed that I wasn't able to grab the opportunity to interview David Desmalchin when they sent around the screeners. The timing just was really bad. But I think about that every time I watch that movie. It's like, dang it. Dang it.
He knocked it out of the park, man. He
Oh,
needs
yeah.
to,
He
he needs
oh, and
to
the
be the lead. He
the
needs to be
girl
the
who
lead in
played
more
Lily?
movies. Yeah.
who played Lily, creepy as like the moment she walked out. Oh my gosh. The moment she
you're out for something.
ooh, like, well, you already knew, a little bit of her backstory because they had said, but wow, when she walked out, oh, it was like, yeah, something's not right with her. she was fantastic in there.
Is that on a streaming service yet? Because I still haven't
Shudder.
seen it.
Shudder.
It's on
Yeah.
Shudder.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then, of course, you can order the Blu-ray as well. So
Yeah.
Right on.
yeah.
Yeah. Good movie. And then we when I was out of town with family last weekend, and we saw that because some members of my family had not seen it, and then we watched Abigail, which is fun. I love that movie, and also Silver Bullet, which is a fun werewolf movie. I enjoy that
Yes.
film.
I'm waiting for them to do something with Robbie, the doll.
Who's
I
that?
don't think I'm familiar with that.
Is that the
Do
creepy
tell.
curse doll?
Okay, hold on. Let me pull this up real quickly so I can. He's a possessed doll.
Oh,
Shaped like a little boy.
of course.
Of course.
I've not heard of him.
Okay, Robbie. Oh. He's in a little sailor suit.
Oh,
Is he the one that's in that museum or whatever it is?
Yes. And if you ever want to take pictures or anything like that, you have to ask his permission. You have to ask his permission too.
And how do you know if he gives you permission?
You don't.
I'm sorry, say that again. How do they know if he gives permission?
You have to physically be in front of him and ask him and give him some kind of token or something like that.
Oh, okay.
oh, so kind of like an
So
Annabelle
just-
kind of thing then.
The process of asking makes
Okay.
it okay.
The backstory was a little boy had him, and he always talked to him like he was a human boy. And just everything this kid was so possessed with this doll. The mother had to hide it up in the attic for the doll. It was hidden for years upon years. According to local folklore, doll had caused car accidents, broken bones, job losses, divorces, and a lot of misfortune.
Yeah, I'm leaving a video in the private chat of he's creepy looking as crap.
Thank you. I was about ready to do that.
Oh yeah, he is creepy.
I don't know if that's the best video, but that was basically something like the second or third one down the line.
There we go.
He's creepy.
Check this up here.
Yeah, he's very old.
Yes, he. Oh, definitely.
One of the comments in there says, I truly apologize for watching this footage without your permission, Robert. I hope you have a great day and that you are fine. I mean it with respect.
I just looked at
Okay,
that
I'm
too.
going to ditto that. I'll ditto that just to be safe.
Yeah, I think I'm going to copy and paste.
And I think, I think it's
Maybe. Will it let me?
I'm trying to
paste?
see if I catch him moving here.
I have never heard of this.
I
doll.
heard about this long time ago.
Wow.
Really? I found out about him about 5 or 6 years ago. I subscribed to this channel called Top Fives for a long time. I watched a lot of it, especially in October. And they specialize in like real life creepy stuff, and that's how I found out about Robbie.
Oh, he does move.
Yeah, he does.
Wait.
That is creepy.
Okay. Hold on. At what part? Because I didn't see the whole video. Just a moment. What part does he move? Oh yeah, he says he moved his foot all by himself.
Yeah.
And he captured a ghostly orb next to his arm. Okay, it's only a minute long, so I'm just gonna watch the whole thing. He has weird looking legs. Like, what is that?
Yeah, like about. Yeah, because you can see him. It's almost like he rocks back in the chair, and you can tell by the foot movement.
Okay.
Why do you do this to your mother-in-law? That's not right.
Oh, I should have given this to my mother-in-law. Why didn't I think of that? Stephen, you're brilliant.
The Great Borelli. Tim, if you're still in the chat, I know you know that one too. Come on.
I posted it on my.
Oh, it's so slight. You can hardly tell, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still.
I mean, I don't even know if that was a figment of my imagination or just the way the camera. I don't know. I can't tell.
Yeah, look into it and you'll there's a full story out there for this booger.
Well, I mean, I would say they just faked it with the camera movement, but he's moving in the opposite direction of where the camera is panning down. Yeah, Devil Doll. Yeah, that is a crazy ass little movie. With the ventriloquist doll that's actually maybe real.
Scary ventriloquist dolls.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why Robbie's encased in glass and where he's at for everyone's protection. For
Okay, yeah. Well, then you can stay yourself there, little man.
yeah.
I am not dealing with you. You there, me here.
So
All right. Link to creepy doll boy right there.
yeah, it's. I have it on. Yeah, I have it on my site. If anyone wants to look at it.
It is amazing what you can find on YouTube from time to time.
Mm.
I mean, haunted dolls, the quest for fire in Spanish for some reason. How all that movie is like grunts,
Yeah.
Despite my complaints, some of my complaints about YouTube, it's been it's been a great learning tool, teaching tool for things if you need to know how to do something. I depend on it quite a bit for, learning about stuff or how to operate something or how to install something or how to fix something. Yeah. It is a really good platform for that.
Need. Alrighty. So
Next subject.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here?
Move on from dolls.
Which is the way that's clear. Still looking for that Blue Jean Beauty Queen, prettiest girl I've ever seen. Sorry. Hi. David Essex. I panicked. I'm sorry. All right. Moving on. We would also have accepted Michael Damian as an answer. Thank you and good night. Yes, thank you. Welcome. Yes, this is the Dr. Johnny Fever show. No. What? No.
I miss Dr. Johnny Fever.
I just miss Howard Hessman in general. Damn.
Yeah.
Right on. Les Nessman.
I like the turkey bit.
Yeah.
In that series.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. The Pinewood Shopping Mall has just been bombed with live turkeys. Report at 11. Oh, man.
Baby,
I just miss good television in general. And hello to Darth Plato.
Hey, Darth.
Good to see you.
Hey, Darth.
How you doing? I mean, if somebody did a video about the Skeleton Crew and was which is supposed to be this new Star Wars series, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they were going on and on about, it was supposed to be like this 80s nostalgia. It's like, if I want to do 80s nostalgia, I'll just watch something from the 80s that was good, and that'll take me back. I don't need a Star Wars series for that.
True.
I'm fine. I'll just watch Predator again. I'm fine, I watched Equalizer, the real Equalizer with Edward Woodward in it,
That's the best one.
Just there are so many movies and shows from the 80s to choose from, and if I want to get nostalgic, then I'll just watch one of them. Skeleton Crews, Goonies in space. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. Uh,
I might check it out. Maybe it'll.
Bill.
We'll see.
Sorry, fell asleep early tonight. No worries, Bill. I understand. We're probably not going to go, but maybe another half hour or 45 minutes anyway ourselves, because I know we've got to get a couple of people out of here. So unless you just want all me all the time, no music, no news, just me talking like this. Anyway, no, that would be bad. I know why you're all really here anyway.
Oh, stop!
Well,
Stop!
What, for Arnold Schwarzenegger?
yes, for
Okay.
Arnold.
There you go.
Oh, the little yellow robot. Okay, now I see.
Yes.
That's Wonder
Also,
Woman.
the little robot. Yeah.
It's a Wonder Woman
Oh.
thing from Cinemark.
Oh.
I think she's a piggy bank.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how I had it on there.
Okay.
Put it over there.
Makes sense. Okay, here's a question from Fraggle. What is your traditional dessert for Thanksgiving?
Apple pie.
Okay, apple pie.
Mm.
I don't really personally have one. I just like take a little thing of Haagen-Dazs and usually have that as a dessert, which I probably shouldn't, but I do.
Yeah.
Fraggle says, "Mine is cheese. Mine is cheesecake naked, no fruit topping." Okay, cool.
Whatever mine would be, it would be anything that's low carb or keto friendly. But I don't know. We don't really have a traditional dessert.
Yeah, the one year that we had Thanksgiving, Mom had an apple pie, a pumpkin, and a cheesecake.
Cheesecake is good.
Yeah.
Pecan pie is good.
Mom makes a mean triple chocolate cheesecake.
Oh.
And the ganache on top of it. It's so good you just drink it as it is.
Oh, I bet.
Well, Mom was a caterer, so
okay, of course. Okay. Yeah, I love cheese. I eat cheese all the time, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I love cottage
Cheese is good.
cheese. I love cream cheese. I love regular cheese. I eat cottage cheese all the time. I make high protein meals with cottage cheese and Greek yogurt. Yeah. Cheesecake is good. You can even make that without sugar in it. You can make it low carb and keto friendly, and it's so much better for you. I'm not super crazy about blue cheese. Darth.
Oh, we have a doggy.
That's a doggy.
Hold on.
Hey, doggy.
Hi,
Cassie.
Cassie.
Oh,
What a
that
cutie you
face.
are.
Oh, look at that face. Aw.
Cassie is such a cutie.
Aw.
Wondering what am I still doing up? What am I still doing up?
Yeah.
Thank you, Curtis. I needed to see a puppy face.
Aw.
I really do. My aunt and uncle had put their dog down the day before
Oh no.
I'm
Aw.
sorry.
Halloween, so 13-and-a-half-year-old lab, health issues. He's my buddy. I was their nanny for all their dogs for years.
That's rough. You know, it really hurts. It hurts.
Yeah.
It does.
It's a terrible pain.
Yeah, I know how that is because I lost my tail in Tiberius a little over 2 years ago.
Mm.
He was almost a 12-year-old Quaker bird.
Aw.
Matter of fact, his baby picture is for me.
Tiberius, huh?
Yeah, double me besides Ancient Time and James T. Kirk.
Mm.
And Talon is from Farscape, the offspring of Moya, a living, breathing Leviathan in space.
Space Fraggle, I'm sure Cassie wishes you had a milk bone too.
Tim, you're on restriction.
I'm getting all these questions about food. Like Joe's asking me all these questions about some sort of cheese I've never heard of before, and I haven't had it. I do like salami. Stop trying to do. You're gonna make me hungry. Quit.
We'll save that for the cooking show.
Yeah.
My 140-part series on cheese. No. Which will not be happening.
Oh goodness.
That will have to happen after my 140-part episode series on the latest Ghostbusters film.
Mm,
Yeah, I get it.
terrible film. Terrible. I was not a fan. I'm going to go see multiple movies this week. I'm going to go see 2 on Tuesday because I want to get my mind off the shit that's going to be happening that day.
Yeah.
I'm going to go see Conclave, and I'm going to see an Indian movie, and then I'm going to go see Heretic with what's his face,
Yeah.
Hugh
smarmy
Grant.
guy, yeah, Hugh Grant, and then I'm also going to see what's the one with Monica Baracan, the Elevation, I think it's called.
Oh,
like-
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
go see that one. So I got all these movies lined up to watch before I have to leave for Vegas on Sunday. So I hope I have time to film reviews and also the stuff I'm screening. Screening multiple things. I finished screening I think it was last week, or a documentary about John Williams, which was very good.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of really good things.
It was very good.
Is Conclave about the modern Vatican, or is it set in the past? I
think
believe
it's
it
modern.
is set
Right?
present day, I believe. Yeah.
So I haven't watched the trailer, but I was reading, just the description about it. So I was thinking, looks like it might be interesting. I saw it's rated PG, so it doesn't look like it's going to be something super heavy.
I am aware of what the twist is.
Okay, don't say anything.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, I like Ralph Fiennes, so and it's something to occupy my time on Tuesday in between work and meetings and exercise and trying to get my mind off the election. Yeah. Vegas is not very nice. I don't like Vegas, Joe. I'm only going there for work. I love the people I work with. So, and my brothers will be joining me. Well, hopefully both my brothers. They'll be there too. So it's gonna be kind of work and fun. Just hanging with them.
Yeah, it'll make the trip a lot nicer.
Yes, indeed. The first year I went, my mom, now I am an old lady, you guys, and my mom is like, I don't like you traveling alone. It's like, I'm going to be fine, Mom. I'm fine. I'm going to be there with people I work with. And, well, maybe Matt can go with you. So my brother Matt went with me the first year. Tim wasn't able to come. And then last year, Tim came, but Matt couldn't come. And so this year, hopefully both of them will be there. So it's kind of turned into this like yearly tradition now. They go with me when I go out there. So we'll say, I'm not going to be gambling any. I don't. That's not my thing at all. I'm going to be working. It is a work week. It's going to be really busy. I might get to meet Kevin Smith and might ask him why the hell did he ruin Masters of the Universe. We'll see. He's the keynote speaker at the event. What's that?
So I would like to hear the answer on that one.
I don't know. I might not. He might interact with some people from our company. I don't know. I just know he's the keynote speaker.
Okay.
At the event. Curious to hear his keynote speech, but yeah, we'll see. It's going to be a long week. Yeah. Yeah. That's probably what he'd say, and I would be like, "Yeah, no, you weren't. You butchered it. That's why I didn't want to watch part 2.
I was fixing it. No, you let your
I
wife
was
and daughter
so-
write it for you.
I was so angry at part 1, I refused to watch part 2. Mm-mm.
How not to do a Masters of the Universe series. Kill He-Man off twice.
Don't make it about He-Man at all. Make it all about Tila. And make her gay.
Oh, of course.
Or appear to be gay. I was just like, what? Come on. I don't know, Darth.
Just Vegas.
What do they have in common? I'm curious to see the answer to this.
Same here.
Aw. Doggy gave up. Says, I'm just going to go to bed right now.
Day will retire to the train room and run trains. No work that day, so yeah, works for me.
Could pull a Gomez and blow up the trains.
I have not been to Britain, Joe.
All right, so
The British are coming.
oh my God, they're out there. Be very, very quiet. You're hunting redcoats. It's lobster season.
It's red shirt season.
Fire!
Bang!
All right, here we have the answer. They both dazzle with fake brilliance.
Oh, fake brilliance. Yeah, like when you hear anyone from the UK, doesn't matter where they're from, they all sound so much more intelligent and so posh, just because you can't tell the difference between the dialects.
No,
I bet they didn't think it was funny.
Then I should have had Darth Plato there to translate that guy in Alien Romulus, because I could not understand
that fella. Yeah,
that guy said.
I could understand him for the most part, but there were some words that it was a little difficult. Not as bad as Brad Pitt's character in Snatch, though. Thank goodness for subtitles.
What? What are you doing? Then this is our expository dialogue, and
what I thought was funny was in that there was a scene in Snatch where he's talking to Jason Statham and some other people, and he's talking the way he's talking, and Jason Statham and the guy with him were like they couldn't even understand him, which reminds me of the time when my husband and I went down to Puerto Rico to meet my daughter's boyfriend's family, and my husband is a native Spanish speaker, and he could not understand. He could not understand the Puerto Ricans. He kept having to ask them, "Cómo? ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo?" Yeah, Caribbean Spanish it's rough.
Yeah, I knew someone that spoke Spanish. He couldn't understand the Mexico City's Spanish because the way they were talking.
They do have this. Yeah. They have this different tone for sure. Yeah, but boy, Caribbean Spanish. It's like they take all the words and they throw them into a blender. That's what like they chop off letters, they add letters that aren't there, they mispronounce letters, like they'll turn an R into an L. It's just like ugh, it's rough.
It's going.
It's rough. It's rough. I have a hard time. And it makes it even worse because I'm not a native Spanish speaker. So good night, Joe. Thanks for showing up.
Good night, Joe.
Good night, Joe.
Take care. Does that Mr. says anytime someone tells me Brad Pitt can't act, I tell them to watch Snatch or 12 Monkeys.
I have not seen 12 Monkeys yet, surprisingly. But Brad Pitt is a good actor, and he has definitely grown on me over the years.
I haven't watched Snatch, but I did like
Oh,
12 Monkeys. I
Snatch
did
is
like 12
good,
Monkeys.
but watch it with subtitles.
Ah,
Yep. Even though they're speaking English, you need subtitles.
I like Brad Pitt better. I do Cruise any old day.
Oh, yeah, I like Tom Cruise. He was a big deal back in the 80s, I remember. I never, he was not ever like a heartthrob to me. I wasn't into him that way, but I do like a lot of his movies. But
Did you ever see, go ahead.
No,
Did
go
you ever
ahead.
see Legend with Tim Curry when he was in it?
So I saw that was the one with Mia Farrow. No, not Mia Farrow. Mia, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Mia Sarah. Yeah. I either saw it in passing or just saw bits and pieces of it. I don't think I ever watched it all the way through. Yeah, I've heard 12 Monkeys is good. I don't know why I haven't watched it yet, but I just haven't. I started watching the series a little bit years ago, but I never.
Yeah, the series isn't bad. What I saw of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Snatch is great. I like a lot of Guy Ritchie's stuff.
Did you ever see Seven?
I did see Seven. I wasn't crazy about
Yeah.
Seven. A lot of people really like that, but I hated the ending. I didn't like it.
Could have done better.
Yeah, I just was like, ugh. I only saw it the one time just because, I wasn't thrilled with it.
I had to think about
Spanish, yeah. You had to
and
think about it?
And I went back and I watched it a second time, and I went, okay, I see what they're trying to do here. Because I thought it was just too grim. And it is.
Yeah,
but that was kind of the point of it. That and I was just thinking the other one that I liked better the second time I saw it. Strange Days.
Oh, I enjoyed that movie.
Was the one I did not like that movie at all the first time I saw it.
Really? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
You know, we were actually openly riffing that movie in the theater as you were watching it.
I
Then I
didn't
went
see
back
it on the big screen.
And then I went back and saw it a second time, and I go, it's not brilliant, but it's not bad.
It's not the best, but it wasn't. It wasn't horrible.
No.
Yeah, there's lots of variation in Spanish, just like with any language. There's all these different dialects. I'm not sure why Spanish speakers would tell you to learn from anyone but Mexicans, because to me, Mexican Spanish, or just a lot of the Latin American Spanish, is Mexican Spanish in particular, to me, is the most consistent as far as clarity with the way they say their words. Now, obviously, you're going to run into people that's going to mush words. You have that with English as well. But in Spain, you got people with a lisp pronouncing letters that's not like when you learn the alphabet in Spanish, like especially from like Latin American, the pronunciations make sense for the letters. But in Spain, you have them adding the, th corazón when they're turning a Z into a TH. Yeah. And then there's other Spanish, like Caribbean Spanish is really, oh my goodness gracious. That's just like, and Argentinian Spanish is kind of like an Italian version of Spanish. And Colombian Spanish can be pretty clear. But Mexican Spanish, to me, if they're speaking clearly, obviously, if they're speaking, if they're not being lazy, if they're speaking clearly, I like the dialect personally. It just feels the most proper to the alphabet for me.
My cousin married an Ecuadorian.
Ah, okay.
So I can understand how she speaks on that.
Does she speak it?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she was brought up here in the States when she was young, but she speaks it fluently.
Oh, that's really cool. That's cool. I don't like the Spanish dialect personally. A lot of Spaniards, the way they talk, they sound a bit snooty. That's just the dialect sounds a bit snooty. But I love Spanish movies and TV shows. They make better content, in my opinion, than things from Latin America, than like from Mexico. So the downside, the risk I run in watching a lot of Spanish stuff is that there's words that they say over there that it's okay to say, that if you use those words in Mexico, it's, even though it might be linguistically proper, it slang wise, it's considered very nasty. So I have to be careful.
Yeah, you have to watch what you say.
Yeah.
And the gestures too.
I don't get into the gestures too much. I already speak a lot with my hands anyway. But yeah, just there's certain words that are yeah, you'll get some sideways look if you use it in Mexico, whereas in Spain it's fine. Just
It was assigned to a store in a Hispanic neighborhood. It was interesting the differences between Puerto Rican and Mexican people, Spanish, and of course, I am pleased. Let me swear words. Of course.
I'll give you an example what I'm meaning when I say what the Puerto Ricans do. And my my daughter's boyfriend is Puerto Rican, and I've told him this to his face, and I'm not ugly about it. I'm joking when I say it. But I'll give you an example. We all know por favor, right? Please.
Yeah.
Por favor. PORFAVOR. The cool thing about Spanish is once you learn the letters of the alphabet, they don't change. Like in English, we have letters that change sounds all the time, depending on the word they're in. But in Spanish, it's not. So it's actually once you learn the sounds, you can read pretty easily and like know how to pronounce. Anyway, por favor. In Puerto Rico, they say por, P-O-L, por favor, with an L. This is what the stuff I'm talking about when I say what they do to the language. Yeah. It's a little frustrating to a non-native Spanish speaker. And you know it's bad if a native Spanish speaker has trouble understanding. So it's interesting.
For sure.
So it's aspirated? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I don't know. Sorry. It's almost 1:30 in the morning. I'm not quite clicking in the brain cells completely.
Magnetic forces slowing down my brain.
Yeah.
I'm amazed it found the brain. In fact, my brain might be over there on the table right now. Who says it's even connected?
Did it go?
Do not force me to do the entire show as Bill Corbett.
No!
He swallowed a woman. I didn't swallow a woman, brain guy. I swallowed her wig.
What are you quoting?
Mystery Science Theater.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, I love Mystery Science Theater.
I've seen it like in passing, but I've never really watched it.
Basically, if I had a personality, I'd be the brain guy.
Oh.
That would be me.
Isn't there someone who has like ears, like a dog head or something? Sitting in the audience, he's like, I don't know. He looks like a dog.
Are you talking about Tom Servo? He's got that weird catcher's
He's got like the gumball head.
Yeah. I have no idea what he is. It's just like you see him in the silhouette, as they're watching the movies.
Oh, she's probably talking about Crow.
I think she's thinking Crow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's too. It sounds like it.
It was a dog head. It's not a dog?
Yeah, it's not a dog.
No.
It's a robot.
Oh, okay. All right, a robot. Yeah.
I can see why you would think that though, because he's got
looks like ears and a snout.
Yeah. He's got the split bowling pin for a mouth or something like that. Something crazy.
But the way he's designed sometimes looks like he's facing away from the screen.
Yes.
Yeah. That gets a
Aren't
little
they all
distracting
facing away?
sometimes.
Like, wait, when you say facing away, you mean facing away from what they're watching?
Yes.
Oh. He always looked like he was facing the screen, but like his head was turned. So you could see his profile.
You know, if people get tired of me talking about politics, I may just start doing watch parties of Mystery Science Theater.
Hey, we can do our own.
Well, politics is exhausting.
It is.
You know,
It
I'm a
really
little,
is.
I'm a skosh more active talking about it on Twitter just because, like, when January 12th or January 13th happened, I don't know, that just kind of lit a fire under me to where it's like, okay, I'm going to say, I'm not going to necessarily hold back like I used to on
Right.
Twitter,
Right.
but I still keep my channel pretty non-political because
You're
it's just,
smart. You're
it,
smart.
I have more, number one, I don't have time for the drama that comes with it. And number two, it just brings me more joy to just talk about things like movies and stories. And
Movies.
maybe some
Exactly.
stuff, you know, integrates itself into different stories that you watch or movies that you watch. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Yeah, politics just.
Anyway, Pearl Forrester's going to take over the world anyway.
Who?
Well, that's
Sorry.
That's
another
common
Mystery Science
knowledge.
Theater. Another Mystery Science Theater joke. I'm sorry. Sorry.
So, I mean, since you're on the subject, Curtis, what do you think of the Netflix iteration of the show? Was that doing anything for you at all? Or
I only got to see the first season because
I
my
didn't
wife
even know
was
there
like,
was a whole new one.
But I liked it pretty well. I know a lot of people did not because it is. I mean, it's got a little bit of a different. The thing that makes it different is you're going back. You know, you had Mike Nelson for all those years, and now you're going back to Joel Hodgson doing most of the writing, but yet he's got characters from both things, if that makes any sense. And then you've got a whole nother person with his own flavor and his own feel doing, you know, being the guy who's trapped in space watching the movies. It worked for me, but I do know that I've heard people, I think you're one of them, who said that they didn't like it.
Well, and understand I've only seen one season of the Netflix version, so I don't know.
Me too.
Where they went off, because I can't speak to Emily or any of that.
I've seen one episode of Emily's, and it was funny. I mean, it's all I've seen though, so I can't really give a real detailed thing. But she was funny. It's just kind of like it starts to get a little bewildering. Like, how many of these people are there, and where do they come from? And but I should really just relax
And breathe and just relax. The thing with me is that throwing in all of the celebrity cameos, and by celebrity cameos, people who don't have series on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Right on. Yeah.
Waiting. All right. Patton Oswalt.
Yeah.
You know, just it's like what the whole thing that I dug about the original series was that it never quite got away from that Minnesota cable access channel.
Yes.
That is completely gone in the Netflix version because you have all of these celebrities running around. I'm trying to watch Mystery Science Theater. Why is Neil Patrick Harris here?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I felt a little bit that way. With, yeah. And like I said, I was
It's
able
not the
to
same.
forgive it, but you're right. It's not. They've got really too much polish. It's like they
Mhm.
have too much of a budget now. And
There's no
don't get me
heart to it.
wrong. Well, I don't know that I'm going to go quite that far, but there's definitely more. There's more pizzazz. There's more Hollywood. There's less of that genuine. This is just a bunch of Midwestern idiots who've got some toy robots and are making fun of movies. Like I say, I'm able to forgive it and overlook it and enjoy it. But I will say this: I do still prefer the earlier stuff. Now, some of the season 0 or whatever you want to call it, some of them were actually too boring. Because I watched an episode once, and the guy and Joel said like 5 jokes through the whole thing, and I'm like, dude, the whole reason I'm watching this is for the jokes. You need more than 5.
Well, I mean,
Doogie Howser, yes.
Yeah, Doogie Howser, yeah. Well, they, yeah, the KTMA episodes are
some of them
not
were fun,
easy to get through. Some of them are fun.
Don't get me wrong, some of them were fun, but some of them were just like I haven't been able to get my hands on some of the episodes because there's licensing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the earliest ones that I watched, it was actually just boring because you had this terrible movie, and the movies, it's just really not worth. Like a lot of these movies just aren't worth watching without the riffing. A lot of them are, but some of them just aren't. And this one was one that to me was like, yeah, I need the riffing. And he literally only said 5 jokes through the whole thing. There'd be like 10 or 20 minutes of me just watching, waiting for the joke. So it's kind of like I don't know, he evolved into it and he learned. And it's something that I try to apply with my own rewatches. Maybe I overdo it, but I feel like at least if you're riffing something, you need to have a comment. You shouldn't let more than 5 or 10 minutes, in my opinion, go through without some kind of a comment or something. But that's just me. You guys actually know what you're doing. I'm just applying what I think I've learned from Mystery Science Theater. But I got to tell you, Joel, he's so funny, but I'm a purist at heart, which is actually not great. It's actually a terrible thing. But I kind of resented Joel leaving at the time. And, Mike Nelson comes on. I'm like, oh, geez, but he was so funny. He's so funny. And now he's on Riff Tracks, and these guys have just made a living. I don't know that they're made a great living, but they made a living just making fun of movies. I think that's fantastic. Anyway, I could go on and on about that. So.
The old show, it was like Dragnet that never took a breath. Yeah, I mean,
yes.
I mean, and definitely between the KTMA shows to the later ones, you can tell the difference. It's like yeah, because it's definitely the jumping off point. The KTMA shows were proof of concept.
Yes.
And once we realized, hey, we can't pull this, and the fact that they later on brought in more writers, and that's where you get Mary Jo Pehl and Bill Corbett, and so it's not just these 3 guys anymore. You have
this.
But then, of course, you also got to remember that you had the original Servo, who was J. Elvis Weinstein. He was like a kid. He was like 17
he came
when they
back.
started that show.
he came back for the Netflix thing.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he came back for like one episode. I loved that. That's one of the things that did help me love the first season of Netflix. I can't speak for the rest of it, but it was great to see some of these people come back. Mary Jo Pell, look, I'm about to get myself in trouble. Don't get me wrong. She hasn't become like hot, but she's lost weight and she's like kind of pretty now. And that was part of the shtick back then. Was she's kind of ugly and blah. But she took care of herself, and Frank, it's actually cool. I mean, I don't mean to be objectifying her, but I love when people do that.
Okay, the male gaze is not allowed here. I want to apologize.
What's going
on?
I was listening, and then he was gone.
That's all good. It's probably not worth hearing anyway. But
cancel.
But
Curtis.
no, I just thought it was
Cancel
interesting
Curtis.
because,
do not allow this squirrel on your shows, people. We cannot allow the objectification.
It's not like I haven't been canceled before, but
oh my gosh,
I have grown to like it.
So,
ejector seat activated.
Hashtag cancel Curtis.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Okay. So, Sin, we have to. It is time to say goodbye for them.
Yeah, I'm getting tired. When I get tired, I don't feel like I can. I feel like I might fall asleep on camera.
So, what do you have coming up for your channel? Even though you kind of already.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some. I've been taking some. When I did like collab streams with Sound Booth Theater, discussions of movies, I've been taking those from like a year plus ago and editing them down to just the discussion of the movie instead of the entire stream. So I've got one of those going up this week, and I can't remember, maybe a short. And then, of course, today my review for the best Christmas pageant ever went up. And then at some point, I don't know if it will happen this week, but I'll be doing reviews for the movies that I'm going to be seeing this week. So maybe at least one, possibly two will go up before I have to go to Vegas, but I don't know. So that's what's up on my channel.
Right on. All right. So thanks once again for putting up with this idiot squirrel. I got over here. Evil squirrel.
Oh no, you
and
guys
bird woman, and then
it's always fun. I just am sorry I can't hang around a lot. I used to be
this gnarly piece of cheese.
I used to be a really like extreme night owl, but now that I get up earlier in the morning, that's not happening so much anymore. So I'm usually in bed by now.
Right on.
So,
all right.
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
Thank you, Sin.
As
Thanks
always.
again.
See you guys later.
Bye, Sin.
Take care.
Bye.
Have fun, Sin. And now that I've offended everyone, I think I probably should go soon.
Now we are 3.
Oh no.
And not charmed.
Charmed? Charmless, not
Power
harmless.
3.
Harmless, not harmless.
Power of many.
Yeah.
I'm melting. I'm melting. What a world. What a world. Oh, we are glad to have you, Liz.
Killed me.
I don't get it.
Oh, boy.
On that note.
Oh, hey,
Dino.
Dino.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Boss man.
Well, if y'all don't mind, I'm just gonna show
Yeah,
that
let's.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Do what you're gonna do.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do it. Do it. I was just gonna say I'm about to head out myself, but if you're about to
Yeah,
end the stream,
let's
cool.
just go ahead and wrap it up. We did say about an hour and a half anyway, and we've reached that. So, all right, Curtis, since you have to go, what's coming up for the Squirrel Power Hour over here?
The Squirrel Power Hour on Tuesday is going to be the opposite of what I normally do. On the perfect day to talk about politics, I'm not going to say a damn thing about it, or at least not anything, directly related to the election. There's a poll on my channel right now. It is showing that what people want is a watch party of V for Vendetta and They Live.
Nice.
So if I'm not there for Sparkwood in 21, blame my community. I gave them the option to just do V for Vendetta, but right now they're voting for both. So it's not clad in stone. I'll decide like at the end of work on Tuesday. I'll basically go with whatever the poll is at the time. But right now it's looking like a watch party, V for Vendetta, and They Live, which I have never seen. So
Really?
I've never seen it.
Damn.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So.
All right. Connie.
Well, I'm in the middle of switching out holiday seasons over here in my place, so I'm going to try to get at least a couple of videos up this week if I can. Hopefully Saturday I'll be able to for either channel. And I'm doing the Wednesday night movie, maybe May West. And that's it for me right now.
All right. And as for myself, I will be co-hosting live from Sparkwood in 21, Twin Peaks retrospective series with Troy Pacelli and Editors Network and Age Boomer. This will be a basically a series review. We're going to be kind of recapping the show, our opinions on it, which are going to be varied, I know, especially me. But I'm also going to be speaking of V for Vendetta. That's going to be the next film on Action Theater. Outlaw Bill and myself hosting the simulcast. That'll be 4:30 Thursday. I am going to be joining Big Al Presents for Films with Friends Friday night at 8 Eastern, and we are going to be watching Spaced Invaders from 1983. Then, of course, let's see, Sunday will be Western Cinema Presents, and we are going to be watching, Bill and I are going to be watching a movie called Cowboy Up with Kiefer Sutherland and Daryl Hannah. Not really familiar with it, but it's going to be a first-time watch for me. So catch us there. And then, of course, Unscripted Sundays at 8. And then right back here, 12:05 a.m. next week for The Other Side of Midnight. Hey. Well, Connie, any last words before we close things out?
Thank you for having us on. See everyone on the next stream.
All right. See you then. So, oh yeah. Right, got that Cinemax music. You know what to do. I want to thank everyone who joined us tonight from Twitter and other various platforms. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hit the like, share out the stream, and if you are new to any of our channels, please subscribe. I want to thank everyone who joined us in the chat. John Doe Juggalo, Mark Malnikoff, Lizzie Armstrong, Show's Atmosphere, FKHC 2005, sometimes known as Tim, Dino of the Late Late Horror Show, Darth Plato, Space Fraggle, see, scrolling up, I don't want to miss anybody, Joe Coppola, Emoji Queen, Lady Mist, Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips, The View with Drew. All right. If I missed anyone, many apologies. From HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond. For Connie Cleary, Sin's Corner, and the Tired Midnight Blogger, Curtis Selby. Good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe. Go out and vote. Because this is how we win.